We are about to embark on a journey that few dare to take. This is not just a video, this is a doorway, a portal into the fifth dimension, a realm of higher consciousness, infinite possibilities, and divine truths. You've heard whispers of it, maybe felt subtle nudges in your daily life. But let me ask you right now, are you truly ready to step beyond the veil, to see what only 1% of chosen ones have been able to fully grasp? If you've made it here, it's not an accident. There are no coincidences in the universe. You are here because there's something within you, a spark, a calling, that's drawing you toward this knowledge. Now, let's begin. The first secret of the fifth dimension is this: it's not a place, it's not some distant galaxy, nor is it a mystical land you have to reach after death. The fifth dimension is a state of being, a vibration, a frequency. Imagine a radio. Right now, you're tuned into the third dimension, the realm of physicality, linear time, and the ego. Most people live their entire lives locked into this frequency. They wake up, go to work, pay bills, feel pain, experience moments of joy, and then repeat. But the fifth dimension? It's like tuning into a higher station. It's where time collapses, where love governs, and where you begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. Did you feel that pull? That deep yearning for something more? That's your soul whispering to you, nudging you to change the station. But why doesn't everyone tune in? Why do only 1% of people truly unlock the fifth dimension? Here's the hard truth. Most people are too attached to their illusions. They cling to their pain, their identities, their fears. They've built their entire sense of self around the stories they tell themselves. I am this job. I am this relationship. I am this body. But let me ask you something profound. Who are you when all of that is stripped away? Who are you without your name, without your possessions, without your memories? Sit with that question for a moment, because the essence of the fifth dimension begins where your ego ends.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The second secret is this: the fifth dimension can't be understood by the mind. It can only be experienced. Our minds are brilliant, yes. They've built civilizations, created art, and solved countless problems. But the mind is also a trap. It's a maze of thoughts, judgments, and labels. And the fifth dimension exists beyond the maze. This is where most people get stuck. They try to think their way into higher consciousness. But the truth is, you can't think your way there. You can only feel your way there. Have you ever had a moment where time seemed to stop? Where you felt completely at peace, as if the universe itself was breathing through you? That's a glimpse of the fifth dimension, and the more you let go of your need to control, the more these moments will expand. Now, here's a practical exercise. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Feel the air moving through your body. Feel your chest rise and fall. Now, imagine a golden light surrounding you. filling you with warmth. Visualize this light expanding, connecting you to everything around you, the earth, the stars, the people you love. Sit in this space for a moment. This is not just imagination. This is you beginning to shift your vibration. The fifth dimension is not far away. It's right here, waiting for you to align with it. But alignment requires work. It requires courage. The fifth dimension is not for the faint of heart. It will challenge you to confront your deepest fears, your darkest shadows. And this brings us to the third secret. You cannot enter the fifth dimension without healing your wounds. So many people want to ascend, to experience bliss and enlightenment, but they're unwilling to look at their pain. They suppress it, numb it, run from it. But the truth is, your pain is your greatest teacher. Every wound, every heartbreak, every failure, it's all been preparing you for this moment. The fifth dimension is a realm of wholeness, and to enter it you must embrace all parts of yourself, even the parts you've been avoiding. So here's my question for you. What are you running from? What truth about yourself have you been afraid to face? Sit with that question. Write it down if you need to. Because the moment you stop running, the moment you turn toward your pain with compassion, you begin to dissolve the barriers between you and the fifth dimension. Now that we've begun peeling back the layers of illusion, you're starting to see that the journey to the fifth dimension isn't about going somewhere. It's about becoming something, or rather, becoming the truest version of yourself. And if there's one force that holds the key to everything in the fifth dimension, it's love. But not the kind of love most people think of. This isn't about romance or attachment, or even the love you feel for your family. I'm talking about universal love. The kind of love that transcends conditions, that exists simply because it is. The kind of love that runs through every fiber of your being and connects you to the infinite web of existence. Well, let's pause for a second, because I know what you're thinking. Love? Really? How can love possibly unlock the secrets of the fifth dimension? It sounds so simple, so cliché, but here's the truth. Simplicity is the highest form of wisdom. The fifth dimension is governed by love, because love is the highest frequency in the universe. Everything you've ever wanted, peace, abundance, joy, purpose, it all vibrates at the frequency of love. And until you align yourself with that frequency, you'll remain stuck in the lower dimensions, chasing shadows, wondering why happiness always seems just out of reach. So, let's get practical. How do you align yourself with the frequency of love? How do you embody it in a world that seems so chaotic, so full of anger and fear? The first step is understanding that love is not an emotion, it's a state of being. Emotions come and go, they're fleeting, like waves on the surface of the ocean. But love, the kind we're talking about here, is the essence of who you are. And the only reason you don't feel it all the time is because you've forgotten. You've been conditioned to believe that love is something you have to earn, something you have to find outside of yourself. But that's the greatest illusion of all. Take a moment right now. Close your eyes if you can. Place your hand on your heart. Feel it beating. That's love. That's life itself moving through you. You don't have to do anything to deserve it. You don't have to prove your worth. It's already yours. And the more you connect with this simple truth, the more you'll begin to shift into the fifth dimension. Let's talk about intention. If love is the foundation of the fifth dimension, intention is the tool that allows you to navigate it. The fifth dimension is a realm of infinite realities, parallel timelines, unlimited possibilities. In this dimension, you are not bound by the linear cause and effect thinking of the third dimension. Instead, your reality is shaped by your vibration, by the energy you emit, and your intention is what focuses that energy. Think of it like a magnifying glass. Without intention, your energy is scattered, unfocused. But with intention, you can direct your energy toward creating the life you want, the reality you want. Here's the fascinating part. In the fifth dimension, your thoughts and emotions carry immense creative power. Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to manifest things effortlessly? They think of something and suddenly it shows up in their lives. That's not magic, that's alignment. In the fifth dimension, what you focus on expands. If you focus on fear, you'll attract more fear. If you focus on love, you'll attract more love. It's that simple and that profound. But here's the catch. Most people's intentions are clouded by subconscious beliefs and fears. They say they want abundance, but deep down they believe they're not worthy of it. They say they want love, but deep down they're afraid of being vulnerable. This is why self-awareness is so crucial. Before you can use intention to create your reality, you must first examine your beliefs. What stories are you telling yourself about who you are and what you deserve? Are those stories serving you, or are they keeping you trapped in lower dimensions? Let's do a quick exercise. Think about something you deeply desire. Maybe it's a loving relationship, maybe it's financial freedom, maybe it's simply peace of mind. Now, ask yourself, why do I want this? What do I believe this will give me? And here's the deeper question. Do I believe I'm worthy of it? Be honest with yourself, because if there's any part of you that doesn't believe you're worthy, that belief will block you from aligning with the fifth dimension. This brings us to the next secret: surrender. In the fifth dimension, intention is not about control. It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about aligning with the flow of the universe. And the universe always operates from a place of love and abundance. But when you try to control outcomes, when you cling to specific results, you're operating from fear. And fear is a third-dimensional energy. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting. Trusting that the universe knows what's best for you. Trusting that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Trusting that you are always supported, even when it doesn't feel that way. Here's a question for you. When was the last time you truly surrendered? When was the last time you let go of your need to control and simply trusted the process? If you can't remember, maybe it's time to try. The next time you find yourself feeling anxious or overwhelmed, pause. Take a deep breath and say this simple phrase, "I trust the universe." Say it again and again. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders. Feel the shift in your energy. This is the power of surrender. This is how you align with the fifth dimension. No, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds beautiful in theory, but how do you apply it in the real world? How do you live in the fifth dimension when the third dimension is constantly pulling you back? Bills to pay, conflicts to resolve, responsibilities to manage. The answer lies in balance. You don't have to abandon the third dimension to access the fifth. In fact, the two are meant to coexist. Think of it like a radio with multiple stations. Just because you're tuned into the fifth dimension doesn't mean the third dimension stops existing. It's still there. You're just no longer limited by it. Here's a practical tip. Start small. Set aside just 5 minutes a day to connect with the fifth dimension. Maybe it's through meditation, gratitude, or simply sitting in silence and feeling your own presence. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. And over time, you'll find that the fifth dimension starts to bleed into every aspect of your life. You'll notice synchronicities, events that feel too perfectly timed to be random. You'll notice a sense of ease, even in challenging situations. You'll notice that your relationships begin to transform, that opportunities start to flow to you effortlessly. This is the magic of the fifth dimension. But remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There will be moments when you feel deeply connected and moments when you feel lost. That's okay. The key is to keep coming back, to keep reminding yourself of who you truly are, a divine, infinite being capable of creating any reality you desire. So, let me leave you with one final question for this part of our journey. If you truly believed that you could create anything, that you could live any reality, what would you choose? What would your life look like if you were no longer limited by fear, doubt, or scarcity? Sit with that question. Dream big, because the fifth dimension is waiting for you to step into your power. Time. It's one of the most persistent illusions of the third dimension. From the moment we're born, we're taught to view time as linear, a straight line that moves from past to present to future. We measure our lives in days, weeks, months, and years. We feel the weight of deadlines, the pressure of aging, the regret of the past, and the anxiety of the future. But what if I told you that time isn't real? What if I told you that the very concept of time as you know it is merely a construct of the lower dimensions, a tool to keep you tethered to the physical world? In the fifth dimension, time doesn't exist in the way we experience it here. There is no past, no future, only the eternal now. Everything that has ever happened or will ever happen exists simultaneously in this infinite present moment. Imagine a book. In the third dimension, you read the story page by page, one word at a time. But in the fifth dimension, you can see the entire book at once, every chapter, every word, every twist and turn. It's all there, all at once. This is the timeless nature of the higher realms. But here's the paradox. While time is an illusion, your experience of it feels very real. And that's okay. The third dimension was designed that way. Linear time serves a purpose. It allows you to learn, to grow, to evolve. It creates a framework for cause and effect, for action and consequence. But as you begin to step into the fifth dimension, you'll notice that your relationship with time starts to change. You'll begin to feel that time is not something that happens to you, but something that flows through you. You'll begin to understand that you are not bound by time. You are its creator. So, how do you break free from the illusion of time? How do you begin to navigate the timeless nature of the fifth dimension? The first step is to fully immerse yourself in the present moment. This might sound simple, but it's one of the most profound practices you can undertake. The present moment is the gateway to the fifth dimension. When you're fully present, you step outside the constraints of the past and the future. You step into the eternal now, where all possibilities exist. Now let's try something together. Wherever you are right now, pause, take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs, the rise and fall of your chest. Listen to the sounds around you. Feel the sensations in your body. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice the thoughts passing through your mind without judgment. For just a moment, let go of everything else. Let go of what happened tomorrow. Be here, right now. This is where the magic happens. This is where you begin to access the fifth dimension. Now, let's go deeper. If time is an illusion, then your past does not define you. Think about that for a moment. How much of your identity is tied to your past? How often do you replay old memories, old mistakes, old wounds? How often do you let those experiences dictate who you are today? In the third dimension, we're taught to hold on to the past, to let it shape us. But in the fifth dimension, the past is just a story you can rewrite at any moment. You are not the sum of your experiences. You are the awareness behind them, and that awareness is infinite, timeless, and unchanging. So, here's a question for you. What story have you been telling yourself about your life? Is it a story of struggle, of limitation, of lack? Or is it a story of growth, of resilience, of infinite possibility? And more importantly, are you ready to let go of the old story? Are you ready to step into a new timeline, a new reality, a new you? Because in the fifth dimension, that's exactly what you can do. This brings us to the second secret of navigating the timeless nature of the fifth dimension. You are always shifting timelines. Every choice you make, every thought you think, every emotion you feel, it all shapes your reality. In the third dimension, we tend to believe that our lives follow a single linear path. But in the fifth dimension, there are infinite versions of you, living out infinite possibilities. And with every moment, you are choosing which version of yourself to embody. Think of it like a river with countless branches. Each branch represents a different timeline, a different reality. The main current of the river is where most people flow. It's the path of least resistance, shaped by their habits, beliefs, and fears. But at any moment, you can choose to shift to a different branch. You can choose a new current, a new reality. How? By shifting your vibration. Remember, the fifth dimension is a realm of vibration. The timeline you align with is determined by the energy you emit. So here's a practical exercise. Take a moment to visualize your ideal timeline. Close your eyes if you can. Picture yourself living your dream life. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who are you in this reality? How do you speak? How do you act? How do you feel? Imagine it as vividly as you can. Feel the emotions as if it's already happening. Feel as deep as you can as if it's already happening. The version of you living that reality exists right now. All you have to do is align with it. But here's the key. Alignment isn't just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about embodying the energy of your desired reality. It's about becoming the version of yourself who already lives that life. Start small. How would the future you walk? How would they talk? What choices would they make? Begin to integrate these small shifts into your daily life, and over time you'll notice that your external reality begins to shift to match your internal vibration. Now, let's address the question that might be lingering in your mind. If time is an illusion, what about the future? How do you plan, set goals, and create a vision for your life without being trapped by the concept of time? The answer lies in a delicate balance. While the fifth dimension teaches us that all possibilities exist in the now, the third dimension provides us with a framework for action. Think of the future not as something you're moving toward, but as something you're creating in the present moment. Every thought, every action, every intention you set today is shaping the reality you experience tomorrow. Here's a profound truth. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. If you want to create a life of abundance, joy, and purpose, you must embody those qualities now, not someday, not when conditions are perfect, right now. Because in the fifth dimension, there is no waiting, there is only being. Finally, let's talk about the ultimate secret of time. It's not linear, it's cyclical. The universe operates in cycles, just like the seasons, just like the phases of the moon. And as you begin to align with the fifth dimension, you'll notice these cycles more clearly. You'll notice patterns in your life, in your emotions, in the world around you. And instead of resisting them, you'll nerve to flow with them. You'll learn to trust the natural rhythm of the universe, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. So, let me leave you with this question. What would your life look like if you fully embraced the present moment? If you let go of the past, stopped worrying about the future, and trusted that everything you desire is already on its way to you? Sit with that. Reflect on it. Because the fifth dimension is not something you reach. It's something you awaken to. And that awakening begins right now. Let's step even deeper now. By this point, you're beginning to understand that the journey into the fifth dimension is not just about you. Yes, your growth, your awakening, your alignment are all deeply personal, but they ripple outward in ways you may not yet fully realize. Because here's the truth. In the fifth dimension, there is no separation. You and I, the people you love, the people you dislike, the earth, the stars, the galaxies, we are all connected. We are all part of a vast, infinite web of consciousness. And when one thread in that web shifts, the entire structure is affected. This is the essence of oneness. In the third dimension, the illusion of separation is strong. You look at the world and see boundaries. Your body is separate from mine. Your life is separate from someone else's. Your thoughts are private and contained. But in the fifth dimension, these boundaries dissolve. You begin to see that we are all expressions of the same source, like waves on the surface of the same ocean. Each wave is unique, but it is never separate from the water. You are not just connected to the universe, you are the universe experiencing itself through the lens of your individuality. So, let me ask you, have you ever felt a deep sense of responsibility, a feeling that you're here for something greater than yourself? That's your soul speaking to you. That's your higher self reminding you of your purpose. Because here's the truth. You didn't come to this planet just to survive. You came here to help humanity evolve. You came here to bring light to the darkness, to plant seeds of love and wisdom, to be a bridge between dimensions. And if you've made it this far into this journey, it's because you're ready. You might not feel ready, you might still doubt yourself. But let me assure you, if you weren't ready, you wouldn't be here. Now let's talk about what this collective shift actually looks like. If you pay attention to the world around you, you'll notice that we're living in a time of immense transformation. Old systems are breaking down. Structures that were built on fear, control, and separation are crumbling. At the same time, new ways of being are emerging. Ways based on love, cooperation, and harmony. This process can feel chaotic, even painful, but it's important to remember that chaos is a natural part of transformation. Just like a caterpillar must dissolve into chaos before it becomes a butterfly, humanity must go through this period of upheaval to emerge into the fifth dimension. But here's the challenge. Not everyone is ready to awaken. Some people are deeply attached to the third dimension. They cling to their fears, their identities, their illusions, because it's what they know, and that's okay. Everyone has their own journey, their own timing. Your role is not to force anyone to awaken. Your role is simply to be the light, to embody the fifth dimension so fully, so authentically, that others are naturally drawn to your energy. Think of it like a candle. A single candle can light countless others without losing its own flame, and the more candles are lit, the brighter the world becomes. Another powerful practice is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your vibration instantly. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance and love. And this alignment doesn't just affect you, it ripples out into the collective. Imagine if every person on the planet spent just 1 minute a day feeling gratitude. The collective vibration of humanity would skyrocket. So start small. Each morning, before you get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Feel the gratitude in your heart and watch how this simple practice transforms not just your day, but the energy you bring to the world. Now, let's address a question that often comes up on this journey. How do you stay grounded in oneness when the world feels so divided? How do you hold the frequency of love when you're surrounded by fear, anger, and chaos? The key is to anchor yourself in your own inner peace. The 5th dimension is not a place you go to escape the world. It's a state of being you bring into the world. And this requires inner work. It requires meditation, self-reflection, and a commitment to your own healing. When you cultivate peace within yourself, you become a stabilizing force for others. You become the eye of the storm, the calm amidst the chaos. And here's a profound truth. Every time you choose love over fear, you are shifting the collective. Every time you forgive, you are dissolving the energy of separation. Every time you raise your vibration, you are lifting the vibration of humanity. Your awakening matters. Your energy matters. You matter. The universe wouldn't be the same without you. So, let me leave you with this final question. What kind of world do you want to co-create? What kind of energy do you want to bring to the collective? Because your choices, your actions, your vibration, they ripple out into the infinite web of existence, and together we are weaving the fabric of a new reality, a reality rooted in love, unity, and oneness. The 5th dimension is not just a destination, it's a collective awakening. And it begins with you. It begins with us, right here, right now. Let's rise together